Hello everyone! You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title of this video, so I'm not gonna waste any time and just get right into it. So, why did I decide to go and play Pokemon X again? Well, in a few days from now, Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be released, so yeah, I wanted to go ahead and remind myself of what happened in the not the first game, sorry, but what happened in Pokemon X and Y. Simply because I don't know if Legends ZA is going to tell you what happened in those games at all. From what I can tell, it doesn't look like they are, but obviously once the game comes out and I start playing it, I will definitely know from that point on. But at the moment, we all still have to wait a few days to see how it's going to be like, and yeah, so on and so forth. So, I'm just gonna admit right now that I had to play Pokemon X using other means because unfortunately my physical copy of Pokemon X is broken. I couldn't play it. That was highly unfortunate. I couldn't get a copy of the game either simply because most of them are really expensive, but also because I just simply couldn't afford it at the time. So yeah, I had to do it using other means. Anyway, what did I think about Pokemon X again? This time, second playthrough edition. Well, there was a lot of good parts, and obviously there was a lot of bad parts. I want to start off by saying that Mega Evolution is still the coolest thing to ever be introduced in the Pokemon series. The fact that we got cool designs, and the fact that some of them even changed their typing when they Mega Evolved was really cool too. And of course the power-up that came with them was an extra bonus. Like seriously, there's absolutely no complaining with Mega Evolutions. And the fact that we're getting even more of them, oh man, that just makes my heart melt in the inside. But yeah, those were really cool. Absolutely no complaints about Mega Evolutions. I will say one thing though, is that not every Mega Evolution is treated, equally. That's all I'll say about that. How about the plot? Well, it's one of those classic ones where they tried to pull off a twist villain, but it honestly did not work in the slightest. Like, the second you met Lysander, sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, but the second that you meet the dude in the game, you can instantly tell he's just evil. From the way that he looks to the way that he talks, it was just way too obvious at that point. I felt like they could have done better with Lysander. Like, a lot of people are saying that they should have made him the champion and the champion the twist villain. Like, absolutely no one would have seen that coming. It would have been awesome, but no, instead we just got a boring ass twist villain instead. Amazing. So yeah, they could have done better with that part. But how about the rest of it? Well, it's one of those classic ones where they find a legendary Pokemon and attempt to use it for their evil schemes, but you end up stopping them at the end of the day. So, nothing special there. Unless you want to count the fact that you use Mega Evolutions this time. I don't know. But yeah, the story was okay. How about the music? Well, one thing that I will complain about is the gym leader music. I felt like the gym leader music just needed a little bit more oomph to it, It felt like it was missing a bunch of stuff. Like, most of the other gym leader themes in the past either got you hyped or they kept you tense. And I will admit that at the start of the gym leader theme, it does have this, tense feeling to it. But it just doesn't go beyond that point, so yeah, I felt a little bit disappointed with that. Definitely could have done better. As for the other songs though, I did enjoy them. There's a few nice and peaceful ones that you might have heard YouTubers use in the background of their videos, so I'll give it that. How about the Elite Four theme? I actually forgot what it sounds like. Like, I just finished playing Pokemon X like yesterday, and I've already forgotten what the Elite Four theme sounds like. That's just how forgettable it is to me. If you want to listen to it yourself, I do recommend you do so, but all you do need to know is that it doesn't feel like an Elite Four theme, at least in my opinion. But I'll move on from the music for now. How about the environments, right? Are they any good? Are they bad? Well, one thing I will say is that some areas do look like dead pretty to look at. Other areas, not so much. There is one area that does change later on in the game. I won't tell you which area that is because I'm trying my hardest to avoid too many spoilers, because I think it's best for everyone to play the game for themselves and experience it for themselves. So that's all I'll say about the environments in this game. Another thing I will say is that I didn't like the central area of Kalos. And I don't mean I didn't like the way it looks. What I mean is how it's navigated around, right? Because in that game, you're obviously kind of limited with the control over the camera. Like, if you wanted to see where you were going, first you would have to actually stay put, and then you'd have to turn the camera around. Like, the camera wouldn't turn with you. I didn't like that part in the slightest. Because of that, I actually used the taxi services a lot, simply because it was just easier to navigate the city that way. I wonder if the taxis are going to come back in Legends EA. I haven't seen them in any of the trailers just yet. Unless they were in there and I just missed them because I'm an idiot. I don't know. But yeah, that'd be nice if they come back so you can easily travel from one area to another. That'd be cool. Anyway, so yeah, the environments were alright. Some of them were bad. Blah, blah, blah. How about the battling? Well, yeah, that's just typical Pokemon stuff. Nothing too special here. Obviously, you can Mega Evolve and defeat your enemies faster. All that kind of fun stuff. So, in the end, Pokemon X is just a fairly decent game. It was the first jump into 3D. It brought an interesting mechanic that everyone agrees should have come back sooner. Because I feel like the other mechanics just weren't enough. Like, seriously, one of them just made your Pokemon bigger. Wow, very impressive. If you know, you know. But yeah, I think I've rambled on a little bit too much about Pokemon X now. I want to know what you guys think about this game in the comments below. Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad? Do you think they could have done a little bit more with the story, the characters, so on and so forth? Oh, I didn't even mention the characters, but whatever. I'll let you guys discuss that in the comments below. That's enough for me today. I'll see you next time.